Hello, welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I am your host, Ilham Məmmədov. France is issuing unfounded and false statements on the relations between Azerbaijan and Armenia and is misleading the international community about the situation and processes in the South Caucasus. This is stated in the letter from the permanent representative of Azerbaijan to the UN, Yaşar Aliyev, to the organization's Secretary General, Antonio Guterres. France must cease and desist from its destabilizing activities in the region and from interfering in the internal affairs of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is committed and determined to continue its efforts towards eliminating the devastating consequences of the war and building sustainable peace in the region, the letter stressed. The process of withdrawal of the Russian peacekeeping contingent temporarily stationed in the territory of Azerbaijan will be finalized soon. This was stated by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense, Anar Eyvazov.
Following the successful anti-terror measures undertaken by the Azerbaijani army in September 2023, there is no more need for the peacekeeping mission. According to the agreement reached between the President of Azerbaijan and Russia, a decision on the early departure of Russian peacekeepers from the territory of our country was made. Following this decision, according to the relevant resolution of the Ministry of Defense, necessary technical and logistical support for the withdrawal of arms, equipment and personnel from the territory of Azerbaijan was rendered. Today's event is held regarding the termination of the Russian peacekeepers. It is attended by high-ranking officers from Azerbaijan and Russia. When the official part will be completed, a concert program with the participation of creative bands of the two ministries will be held.
Azerbaijan, for the first time during the history of its independence, participated at the regional seminar of the Special Committee on Decolonization, C24, with regard to the application of the UN's Declaration on the Granting of Independence to Colonial Countries and Peoples. Attending the event, an employee of the Department of Foreign Policy Affairs of the Presidential Administration of Azerbaijan, Farid Soltanov, spoke of the active participation and contribution of Azerbaijan during its chairmanship in the non-aligned movement in 2019-2023 and currently as a member of the Troika. The Azerbaijani official said that Azerbaijan is deeply concerned with the ongoing colonialism and its re-emerging manifestations in the 21st century. He said that the steps taken by Azerbaijan in the direction of decolonization in recent years had created great confidence in the nations, including the overseas territories of France trying to free themselves from colonialism, and in the states and territories that are still suffering from neo-colonialism even after gaining independence. During the event, C24 committee and its member countries were invited to collaborate closely with the Baku Initiative Group in the fight against colonialism and neo-colonialism. Over the past 5 years, the volume of non-cash payments in the country has grown almost tenfold. The number of payment cards in use by citizens has exceeded 17 million units. These figures were announced at the FinTech Summit.
The population's interest in non-cash payments is growing, as evidenced by the fact that more than 20 electronic payment structures have applied for a license from the central bank.
One of the primary objectives of the central bank is to provide support for non-bank payment system as well as fintechs, while maintaining equal market conditions.
The latest statistics show that the number of payment cards in circulation has increased by more than 22% compared to the same period last year, reaching 17.4 million minutes. In the first quarter of the current year, the volume of internet banking transactions increased by 18%, reaching 59 billion minutes. The volume of mobile banking services increased twofold, reaching 15 billion minutes.
A review of the growth in non-cash payments within the country over the past 5 years reveals a tenfold increase in volume. The number of payments made via one point-of-sale terminals has increased by approximately 4 times, with the turnover reaching almost 10,000 manat.
The global interest in the application of advanced financial technologies in the banking sector is evolving rapidly. In 2023, the volume of the international fintech market was about $295 billion. The sector's revenue is $79.38 billion. The volume of digital payments on the global market is $11.53 trillion. According to forecasts, the amount of digital payments will reach $16.59 trillion by 2028. Azerbaijan recognizes this tendency too. That is why the fintech strategy for 2024-2028 is being developed today.
Once a strategy has been adopted, it is necessary to define objectives. Within the context of these priorities, a more systematic approach to achieving the goals is adopted. I believe that the fintech sector in Azerbaijan will experience significant growth and success.
The summit is designed to facilitate the exchange of ideas and experience between stakeholders in the fields of financial technologies, digitalization and the payment ecosystem. The summit will continue its work until 16 May.
You can get in touch with us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts at 051 511 1956, through which you can report events you encountered as well as share your suggestions and comments. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.